Hello, everybody. My name is Stefan. I am, some call me an activist, some call me an entrepreneur. I'm 39 years old, and it took me a long way to stand up here. And I would have loved to be 11, as Felix is, and standing here. But it was a longer journey for my life. In this short period of learning, I learned 3 essentials as an entrepreneur who really wants to change the world to the better. One is, and this is the first essential for me, you have to get a connection with yourself. Some might call it personality training. Some might call it the training of the heart. Some might call it spirituality. I like to prefer to myself as the inner voice and the connection I have to this inner voice that tells me what to do, that gives me the possibility of judgment. But it's not easy to go to approach this inner voice. This is the first thing. The second is, it's not only about your emotions, it's a lot about knowledge. It's about profound knowledge. Think about the projects we have listened to the last days, like Desert Tech, or even the not so easy question of nuts in a shell. It's a complex world if you really want to address not only economic, but also social and also economical sustainability. So you're either a very, very clever person, which I don't think I am, or you know a lot of clever persons. So you need to have the possibility to connect yourself with profound knowledge and clever people. And the third one, and this is the most essential for an entrepreneur, what I really hated was there was school or university, and there were my ideas I wanted to bring to life, right? So I needed extra time to get the knowledge. And all I wanted to do is bring these things to life. An entrepreneur loves to work, so to learn, and to learn to work. And these 3 essentials, an initiative tries to address, and it's called Think Camp, Innovators for Sustainability. I'm very honored to be part of the development team, and I'm very honored to introduce to you Johannes Pfister, who is the man who made me wear this T-shirt. And I tell you, that's a very strong symbolic for me, because I'm really an individualist, and I don't like to be looking like everybody else. Johannes, this is your stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Manfred. There are several other Think Camp people among us. They're very strong co-workers and with a big idea. When the idea started at the Hotel Adlon about a year ago, we had next practice here, and people had to commit themselves to a project. And I was stupid enough to write in there, I commit myself. So 1 year later, we are here. And some things you see from our first activity, that was the first sustainable workshop in Jordan, in honor of Prince Hassan. He invited us to work 2 weeks with some Germans and some Jordanians in the desert for a sustainable development of the region near the Saudi Arabian border there. What can you do down there with Bedouins who love the landscape? There are some resources, but the resources are primarily the people in there. And we were talking about what to do there. And it was very interesting to make a pilot project for Think Camp. It's a Think Camp dialogue. And the idea of Think Camp is, how can we put innovative power? How can we create entrepreneurs who solve problems with all the knowledge we have, with all the information around there, and to use it for a more sensible world, for a common world which we all have together. And this is the basic idea of Think Camp. Bring together many, many people and solve through thousands of projects small puzzle stones in this world. This can, because we cannot just convict all the big companies in there, also small companies, but we can use our knowledge to improve the products, to improve the systems and processes in there for a better world, for common knowledge. Concepts like cradle to cradle or trees, which we use, a very good Russian philosophy and methodology to get the ideal final result. And the final result of projects like don't have waste, have people who suffer, but we have happy people, we have a good environment, and we also give something back to our creator, whoever it was, that we save this world for a better future. So maybe we can go to the PowerPoint now. These pictures are from some of the workshops we did during the last summer. We had some pilot workshops in the Austrian mountains in Steiermark. We had some workshops in an East German coal mine or in a mountain in Western Germany also, to find people to get the idea. And the approach is a prototyping approach. Not that you have a perfect product of education, but prototyping it with the participants, with the companies to come in, to find the best solution and to share the knowledge then. So our basic idea is that we have ideas from people, ideas from company and from entrepreneurs, from business people who are convinced that sustainability is our future. And these ideas are developed further with the think camps. There are several forms of think camps I will show in a minute. And we also have a project running with the International Controller Society. One of the members is also in the room here, where we try to create a measurement system for organizations to measure in a new way the balance of sustainability, the balance of the economical, ecological, and social things we do damage, and how can we avoid the damage. And only what you can measure, only what you measure, you will change it in the end. So what do we offer? Several programs. We have a key program, is an entrepreneur program for everybody. Entrepreneur means not just young people or people who have the spirit there, but people who want to change, whether within organizations or whether the startup companies who have this brilliant idea to do something, but they don't know how. We want to bring together experts, knowledge experts from specific fields, mentors, coaches, and also something for, we call it ABCs, the art, body, culture, souls thing which you need in a daily life also. So this is the key program, and this is supported by camps where people around the project get knowledge about sustainability and about methodologies to save it. The leaders involved in the projects, there's an international leadership program planned where you go through the continents and think about the things, see how projects happen in Asia and Africa, and you learn, bring this knowledge back at home. And dialogues in different forms. One favorite of mine is the hiking dialogue. You have an idea, you have a theme, and you go out, you hike for a day or two with your friends, and you have very disciplined discussions about that. We did a long hike last year. We walked 2 weeks through the Taurus Mountains in Turkey. And when we talked with the Turkish people about that, you're crazy. Why do you go in the mountains? Istanbul is so pretty. But now the first followers are coming, even from Turkey there. So this is the idea that from the dialogues, from the camps, ideas go into the entrepreneur program and are within a year or two implemented in the world, and we see the results, and other people get good ideas to do new things. There's the team, the approach, how we develop it. We have at the moment around 30 people involved in the project from 10 different countries. We have regular monthly meetings to work on these concepts, how to implement the prototypes and how to implement the projects. And certain things are important there. Spiral dynamics, for example, that you have this thinking dynamics, systems dynamics approaches, and this is a continuous process where you get the ideas, the methodology, and improve it. It's not theory, it's practice. You always